Hi, how's it going? Hey everyone, it's Kenya aka Tamon Rebel, and today's gonna be a pretty abnormal video. First of all, it's Monday. I don't film on Mondays. I usually go to the gym for my training session, but it snowed and I'm not trying to be out there on the snow, even though it looks all pretty and beautiful. People can't drive. Today's gonna be a let's reorganize my shelf, my bookshelf case thing today. Yeah, so we're gonna reorganize my bookcase. This is this pretty two wooden bookcases back here. Just to make this a little easier for y'all to envision, I will put a picture. So I do have a fiction shelf, and then I have a contemporary YA shelf. Then I have a romance shelf and a young adult YA, fantasy, high fantasy, dystopian, all that good stuff is all mixed in there in one. So those actually get two shelves because there's so many series, like City of Glass and City of Bones right here. Every series has like 7 books in them plus for no fucking reason. And I also have a self-help wall and a favorites wall. My self-help wall doesn't really get used because I need more help, but I don't help myself. So, but anyways, I also have a lot of books on my bed, and we're going to refill this empty shelf and continue filling this one up and start slowly taking out all of these so I can get my life together when it comes to reading books. And I am going to choose 3 books off each shelf for me to read this month for January 2022 to start off my Goodreads challenge of, I'm going to say right now, a soft 20 books. I didn't even read 5 books last year. So let's just go through this with me and you will just see what I'm going to do. I'm going to time lapse this, and then we'll talk about the 3 books I want to read at the end. So let's get started. So this is my absolute favorite romance series, supernatural romance series. Give me a second. If you can't tell, because I have all Black Dagger Brotherhood. I started realizing that they are so much prettier in hardcover. Have I read them all? No. But do I have almost the whole series? Yes. Yay! But I just realized that they're all just really freaking pretty in hardcover form and not just paperback form. Like my boyfriend says, what is buying books if you're not buying in hardcover? He said something like that. And if you happen to be looking for a good bondage romance, I'm not really into them, but I happened to find a good series that I really enjoyed to get all 4 of them. And I believe the first one is called Bound by Lorelei James. I hope I'm saying her name right. And there's Bound, Unwound, Unraveled, and Caged. My favorite is Unraveled, but all 4 of them are pretty good. And currently, right now, my 3 top favorite romance authors are Helen Huang from The Bride Test is one of my favorites. Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation isn't my favorite. Her debut novel, Beach Read, is my favorite. It's really good. I'm awaiting her 3rd book. And thirdly, Jasmine Guillory. She is great. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, but she is great. The Proposal is my favorite in this series, but the first one is called The Wedding Date. I like everything to be in one spot, so I know specifically I'm going to romance. But as you can tell, it's really hard to tell what romances I have behind books. So I might end up moving some to my contemporary YA shelf. I don't know. I don't like things being out of place. I already also ran out of room on my fiction shelf. I decided to stack the hardcovers all together, so that way I can make room to stack books on top of the flat tops of the paperbacks. But now some of the series are out of order, and that's kind of driving me crazy. A little bit, just a tad bit. It's driving me a little crazy. But I will get through this. So there's a lot of random YAs here that I doubt that I will like now as a 27-year-old. So anyone that I read and I only give 3 stars to, I am donating, and I'm allowed to get another book. That's how I'm entering 2022. So my YA shelf was in alphabetical order. I'm gonna stack by series. So if the series has more than 5 books, they're automatically going in a stack. That way I might open up more space on my shelf. I don't know. The Wicked Lovely series is my 2nd favorite fairy series in the YA collection. Honestly, I haven't read many. The only other one is on my favorites wall, which is The Iron King. The story itself was just really immersive. So the Iron King series, which has like 7 books, and the Wicked Lovely series are my 2 favorite fairy series. And of course I have all the original Twilight. Like, we're so dusty. So dusty. Like, look how much I read this thing. Look how, like, and sorry, cat hair is dusty all over. I used to do this thing as a kid where I didn't know some words. Like, oh my god, I just saw one, and I would underline because I didn't know the words. So like, very little. I don't feel deprived of anything. I didn't know what the hell deprived was in middle school. And resentment, didn't know what that meant. Susceptible, exuberantly, contemplated. Like, as a middle schooler reading this, I really needed to brush up on my dictionary. Smolder. That's all Edward did the whole time, was smolder. It's so old. I haven't opened this up in years. I refuse to get rid of it because the books are a lot better than the movies, but the whole series is a guilty pleasure. Does anyone remember the vampire kisses? This one was a lot more childish. Like, girl really just had a vampire fetish. That's all it was. So with the last shelf, all I tried to do was put all of the series on one shelf and all of the standalones on the second shelf for YA, but I feel better because now I've cleaned them. I've cleaned the shelves. I now have organized them. They actually look like I know what I'm doing and not just throwing books wherever. So yeah, I hope that didn't take too long as it felt. All right, so now that I have reorganized and my shelves look decent, now we're going to talk about the 3 books that I said I was going to choose while reorganizing to read for the rest of January. I will love to reach my 20 book mark. So that means I'll at least need to read 2 books a month to reach my goal. And if I do go over 20, I will just extend my goal to like 25 or something. But these are the 3 books that I chose to read for January 2022 to start off this year. So the first book is by an author named Beth Revis or Revis. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. But she is the author of one of my favorite YA sci-fi series called Across the Universe. I was a huge fan of that as a teenager. I need to reread it, but I still can remember the story to this day with Elder and everyone. And she wrote another book called The Body Electric while I was in college, and I had to get a signed copy. So this is a limited edition signed copy. I got number 80 of 35, if you can see that. And it is about a girl named Ella who can read minds, and the government decides to try to use her mind to infiltrate a rebel group, but the leader of the rebel group says that they used to be in love. Now, Ella isn't sure of her own memories. If she can't trust her own memories, who can she trust? Because if the government alter her memories, what else are they using her for as a weapon, you know? So I remember thinking of that plot, and I just never got a chance to read the book because of schoolwork, and next thing you know, 5 years goes by. And it's just so unfortunate that I get a chance to read it. So here we go. I am definitely going to finish this book this month. If it's as fast paced but as well paced as Across the Universe is, I will definitely finish this in like 2 days. All right, and the second book is a romance novel, got super popular back in 2021, and it's called The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. So this story is about a woman named Olive who convinces her friend that she is in the dating scene. She is a PhD scientist and all she knows is science. So to convince her friend, the first thing she does is kiss the first man she sees. And unfortunately, that was another professor that's also apparently an asshole. So he keeps her secret and pretends to be her fake boyfriend. Obviously, you know where that goes. And people were really raving about this last year, so I finally decided to just pick it up. And I love romance so much, I'm willing to try all of them, even if after a while I don't like it. And the third and last book I decided I'm going to definitely read this month is Little Fires Everywhere. I would love to pronounce her name, but I don't want to mess it up, so I'm not going to. But you can see who it's by. I will say Celeste because I can pronounce Celeste. This was made into a Hulu series and I wanted to watch it, but I definitely didn't want to watch it until I read the book because I already owned the book. I love books that make me critically think. I love books that go through the minds of its characters and shows us why they are the way they are, and then have their world crumble around them because what they think is right isn't always correct. So I am definitely looking forward to actually starting this book, because you live in a bubble and one person comes and bursts that bubble, and next thing you know, you are on a road to hell. So very intrigued to see how this goes. I've been trying not to spoil it for myself for the longest time. So those are the 3 books I chose to read for January 2022, and I definitely will go through with it because I am scaling back on watching dramas. I do still want to do drama reviews, but I am finally coming into a format, or finally making a format for YouTube that will work for me in my life and my 9 to 5. that will help me still keep track of things and still make videos and more content. So yeah, I just want to see where that format takes me to be more consistent with you guys on this channel. I've been on this channel for, I don't know, about 4 to 5 years now, and I can tell you every year I've only released like 5 to 6 videos at max. So this year I'm definitely challenging myself to release 3 to 4 videos a month, once every week. Again, thank you guys so much. I hope y'all have a great 2022. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for those future videos I plan on giving to you guys. And please leave recommendations or comments down below of what you would like to see or what books you think I would enjoy it from what you see on my shelf today, and what dramas that you really like and you would like a review on. That could be anywhere from Korean, Chinese, or Japanese. I sometimes watch Thai, so yeah, just put it out there. It can even be a non-Asian drama. Like, I just love watching TV like a lot. I will definitely reply to your comments and talk to you guys next time. So bye.